Hey guys, Night Cruiser MA, and it's a beautiful Saturday morning. I am headed up with my group to Shirley, Massachusetts. Shirley, no, I don't. I really am. See, morning humor is really, really bad. Hey, I wanted to talk real briefly about my Drift Ghost S camera, and this thing. It's funny when you talk to people that aren't vloggers and stuff, and they just kind of look at your camera, they always do the same thing. They're always like, oh, is that a GoPro? And you say, well, it's sort of like it. It's a competitor. It's, and so they don't really know much about the Drift. They've begun to hear about Sony's action camera models, one of which I own, as of just recently, But the Drift is kind of like foreign to them, and I don't know if it's because Drift just hasn't done, like they don't have anything that's exactly, brandy new right now. I think they actually do have a small model, but I don't think I think I remember looking at it and the specs weren't exactly great. It was small, but maybe it didn't have the resolution I liked or frame rate or something, I'm not sure. Sorry, I just had to edit out a coughing fit. I've been sick the last about week and a half or so, like some sort of chest cold thing or something. Anyway, so my Drift, I have some issues, or really just one big issue with this Drift. I've had now probably 4 Drift cameras. I've had the Drift HD. I think I had 2 of those. I had a Drift Ghost, and then I have a Drift Ghost S. And, they've certainly gotten better with each model, but there is an underlying issue that I just don't like. And that is the fact that there is a serious problem that they run into with, I don't know if it's the memory card or not, but let's put it this way. I've put in, seriously top-of-the-line memory cards with all the specs that Drift says they should have, and the thing will still lock up on me. And when I say lock up, I mean it like a hard lock up. I mean, if you want to do anything, you've got to remove the back cover and take out the battery in order to get it to wake up and smell the coffee again. So that's kind of it's a frustration, because what'll happen is you'll turn it on. You wait a little bit for it to kind of power on, so you're not rushing it because you don't want it to be uncomfortable. You want it to work with you and be nice. So you power it on, you wait. And if you wait too long, the screen goes off, and then you got to push the button again to get it to wake up, and then you got to push the button again to get it to record. But all that's kind of elementary, because in the end, you're going to hear a beep that will tell you that you've begun to record. I should actually make sure that I actually am recording. Am I? Hello? Let me go off the road while I do this. Mr. Safe Driver here. I think I am. Anyway, so... Sorry, another coughing fit. Anybody want my helmet? Yeah, didn't think so. So I am incredibly annoyed that I'll hit the button, it'll go, beep, hey, I'm recording. And you go, great, let me go vlog. And then you get home, or you get to wherever you're going, and you see that the last 20 minutes or whatever that you've just vlogged, it got 2 seconds in, and then it says something like low speed card, or usually that's the error that you get. And hello, Mr. Drift, it's not a low speed card. It's usually like a SanDisk Extreme, 64 gig card that's, I cannot remember all the thingies, but I think it's got like a lot of letters and stuff to it. SD, XC, H. There's probably like a 12 in there, or like a 8, or there's probably like numbers involved too. But believe me, I am putting cards into this thing that meet and exceed the specs that it requires, and it still locks up and says low speed card. Incredibly annoying. So one thing I'm doing is I'm testing out a Sony action cam, and it's their supposed top of the line. It has a lot of letters, numbers in it as well, and because I'm not as young as I used to be, I cannot remember all of them. So I will stick all the letters and numbers there. And I'm going to test it out, but I'm frustrated by a few things with that. It comes with a cover, like a weather cover. And if you want to use the weather cover, then you can't use the external microphone. There's no hole in the bottom of the cover for the external microphone. So that is not my favorite thing in the world. Then there's the whole mounting thing. Sony, in their infinite wisdom, has decided that doing a little setup like Drift does, where you've just got like the female receiver that goes on the helmet and then the male part that goes into that, that's just way too much for them. That's too simplistic. It works too well. So they solve that by, you get the female thing on the helmet and then the male thing that slides into that, and then you've got a little ball joint that comes out and has to go up at a 90-degree angle and into the bottom of the freaking Sony camera. So, you know, you begin to look, I don't know. I mean, you know, the GoPros kind of look like a brick hanging off the side of your helmet. That's one of the main reasons, outside of reliability, that I don't use them. But this thing just looks like your helmet has grown an arm of its own. And it's just, even though it's a heck of a lot smaller than my Drift Ghost S, it's still just, it just looks funky. And so anyway, so I'm not crazy about that. I have seen on YouTube somebody has come up with the same idea that I came up with, which I just haven't done yet, but it's basically to Velcro it right onto the side of your helmet. So I may be able to do that. But my initial test last night, the positioning of it just kind of sucked, and the sound of it, because there's just so many things, guys. With my Drift Ghost, is this getting long? I think it is, but with my Drift Ghost, I actually have it upside down, so I can put it on this side of my helmet over here. I just feel like you get a better view of the road, and I don't know, I just like it over here better. But then again, I've seen plenty of vlogs where it's over on the right side and it looks fine, so... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, good. I thought I didn't bring my wallet for a second, but I did. So, I've got to find a way to see if I can reverse the picture, and if I can, then I can put it upside down and put it on the same side of my helmet as I'm used to having it, but other than that, I've got to put it on the right side of my helmet, and I don't know, there's just a few things about the form factor on the Sony that are driving me nuts, and I tested it out last night just for positioning. I didn't have the microphone plugged into it, and I can't seem to get it just yet into the position that I want it to be. All I know is that I'm just so frustrated with the Drift and the way that it works as far as freezing up on me and not recording what I wanted to. And I mean, it's been really good to me, and all the vlogs you guys have seen have been done with a Drift of some sort going back to 2012. But you know, I don't know. I just feel like I'm ready for something new, something that might be more reliable, and so I'm going to once I learn how to talk, I'm going to give the Sony, you know, that one a try, and see what it's like, and I'll post some footage and see what you guys think too. But currently, that's kind of my frustration level with my camera, is just the constant lockups and stuff. So anyway, I'm going to shut up now because I will soon be headed up to meet with the group, and then headed up to Shirley and get some good. I think it's the Bull Run restaurant, if I'm not mistaken, that we're going to for lunch. So should be fun. See you guys later.